Hey, what's up? Neil FPV here. I'd like to exploit this opportunity so I can teach FPV pilots, especially the new ones, in how to actually properly connect the ESC to the flight controller or vice versa. So when we buy how do you call this, ESC, sometimes it will come with a harness cable, yeah, like this one, right? But for those who are new to it, they would think that connecting the harness cable to the port, yeah, this port right there, is actually enough. It will match, right? It will match, but for folks who doesn't know, it can actually destroy your peripheral, your board, like the ESC. Okay, this one is broken, but that wire is correct. I made some changes before, and I had to Google to find out the pin out of a board. Like, for example, this board is CL Racing F4S, and the other one is Spedix GS45 amp ESC, 4-in-1 ESC. But this one, it's nice that they had embedded the pin out right there. Okay, so which is easier. I don't have to Google, though there was a version or revision of this ESC that it had the wrong printing. Yeah, that one, it had a wrong printing before, but the one I got was the correct one. But anyways, what you would normally do is, you should never right away connect a cable even if the connectors fit well. No, you don't do that. What you should do is you should Google, like for example, I Googled CL Racing F4S flight controller pin out, and then I found this diagram with wiring. Okay, so next thing I do is I actually make sure that the orientation of my board is similar to what I see on the screen, right? And it's the same. So I lay it on my table, right? So that way it's the same to what I see right there. And then I'm gonna write down those things on a piece of paper. And then yeah, this is broken. Okay, it's bad. The caps actually, yeah, see, there's the caps. Anyways, so I would get a paper, write down all those things similar to what we see right now, and then I would also write down the one that we saw earlier, right, like this, right? That one, those pinouts. And again, I would like to take this opportunity because this is a very good video on how you would rewire the harness so that it would actually match the other ESC that I just bought, which is a Speedy B BLS 50 amp 4-in-1 ESC. So what I had to do is I also had to Google and then find a drawing just like that. So this is their flight controller and this is their ESC. So we got all the pins, and the next thing I did is to lay this one on the table similar to what I see there on the screen, right? So now they're side by side. Okay, and then I had to match, I had to find each names, each labels and find if those labels actually matches the one that I see in CL Racing F4S flight controller. So VBAT, that's easy. Ground, that's easy. Those are commons. RX6, I don't see RX6 here. So now I was like, what's the solution? So what you can do is you can go to Google, or I'm lucky because there is a label on the SpeedX 4-in-1 ESC. So what I had to do is to find the RX6 wire here, which is the third pin from the bottom. So red, black, and then the light blue, okay? And then here it's the color pink one, okay? It's the third one. So forget about the color. You should follow the order. So then here on the real one, on the cable I use, which is color blue, I just had to follow, and then found out that on the ESC, the RX6 is connected to tele. Okay, tele. And then here on the Speedy B, the tel from the flight controller connects to NA, which is the first pin on from top. Excuse me. And then current, and then yellow, right there. Excuse me. So the fourth one, yeah, current is really easy because it's CRT, and then here on the Speedy B it's current. Okay, and then M4, M1, M4, those are the motors, and then this one maps to S1, S2, S3, S4. So what I did here is I had to write down this drawing. I had to make this diagram. So see, if you can see on top, CL Racing F4S, Speedy B 50 amp. So that's ESC, okay? And then these are the same labels that I see on the CL Racing. Same order as well as the ESC. And then I place some lines. So the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna remove the wire from that connector because this one is too wide. I think this is a 12-pin JST connector. So I had to find from my excuse me, and I had to find like an 8 pin. Yep, so which is connected right now. Yeah, right there. Okay, it's already connected. There you go. That's the 8-pin JST connector. I got this for like, I think $12 from Amazon a long time ago. And I have built so many harness cable. And I believe when you buy a harness cable just like this, I think this is like around $2.50. So you save a ton when you buy a kit. So you got like different sizes like 8, 9, 4, 5. So this helped a lot. So you should buy it, guys. Okay, so again, don't hook up the harness cable right away because the VBAT might be connected to some other ports and not mapped properly. You'll wonder why. I'm sure I used the wrong. I'm sure I used the right cable and it fits well. Well, the mapping might be wrong. So don't follow whatever the vendor sends you. You have to look at some documentation and then create a drawing and then map it properly. And then also you don't just like insert the cable. They have a, let me remove this so you can see. If you can see it's top. And then from the top, the hole, I'm referring to the 8 holes on top. You have to make sure that the holes are actually on top as well. Yeah, it's so hard. Let's see. There you go. So it's on top, right? Because when you try to reinstall the wires from this to this, you might install it inverted like this. You'll be in big trouble, buddy. So make sure that the connector is also at the right orientation, okay? So yeah, so be very careful, guys. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this, especially for those FPV pilots who buys BNF. BNF means bind and fight. They are ready-made quadcopters. So so for those people who buys BNF, some pilots would be like newbies and they don't know how to fix it. So I think this is a very good video for people, for newbie pilots who would like to jump into fixing their own ESC and FC, the flight controller. All right, guys, I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial, debugging session or rewiring, installing a new ESC, connecting it to the flight controller. Yeah, all right, guys. Hopefully you can guys comment, and then if you want some other things that you want to learn, please let me know, and I hope I know it. Okay, yeah, guys, all right, later.